Hey, what's going on, Taurus? Butch here. I'm going to do your March monthly read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. And we are going to be using the Celtic Tarot. And for all of you that are new, that don't already know, this is the deck that I started on. I connected very quickly to it, and I've always enjoyed it. It's still my favorite deck. I have a couple close second and thirds, but this is definitely my favorite. With that being said, let's get it. In order, so we have for March 2022. For Taurus. All right. So the first thing I see, Taurus, I see someone coming towards you. Now, I feel like this person, I feel like initially there's going to be a lot of really passionate energy with this person, like a lot of fiery energy. You know, I feel like initially we're going to find a lot of enjoyment with this person. You know, I feel like there's going to be a lot of that. You know, it started in fire. You know, it started in that passion. There's a lot of physical attraction between you and this other person, but I feel like spending more and more time with this person, I feel like you're just going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy the company. You're going to enjoy being with this person, having simple fun. You know, I feel like, and what I mean by simple fun is the simple things. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be some little minor things. You know, making each other laugh, enjoying being around each other, just the simple things. Now with this person, I feel like this person has their shit together. You know, I feel like with that Taurus energy, I do feel like this person is driven. You know, they know how to get what they want on their own. They're not looking for someone to hold their hand, and they're not looking for handouts. They're looking for someone they can share with, someone that they can enjoy, you know, their success with. I feel like they're very concentrated on stability. You know, I feel like the biggest thing I really see here is I feel like being around this person and then being around you, it makes sense. It just seems logical, but it also feels right. And I feel like those two things don't always go hand in hand. Sometimes people make the logical decision, which isn't the best decision for them, but it makes the most sense. But with this, it's something more. It's not just logical, it feels right. And I feel like that's something very rare. You know, we have new love. I feel like that passionate energy is blossoming into something more. You know, I feel like when you're not around each other, you think about each other. You know, I feel like it's almost like you can't wait to be around them again, and they can't wait to be around you again. You know, having great communication, just having hours of conversation with this person, getting to know each other. When you're with each other, it just flows, you know. time passes and you don't even realize it. It's one of those type of connections. It's almost what I do see from this. It's very fun. It's very passionate. But I get a really silly kind of energy from this. And what I mean by that is, like, when you're young and you meet someone, when you live with your parents, say, and you meet someone and you talk on the phone, and, you don't ever want to get off the phone with each other. When you're done on the phone, you go to bed, can't wait to see each other type of energy, just very fun and free. But it also makes sense. This is someone very nurturing, very caring, and very giving. Someone that will have your back in the bad and the good. We don't just want those people in our life that are there for the good times. We want the people that are there when shit hits the fan. I see a lot of happiness with this connection. I see a lot of good fortune. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Sun card. This is the beginning of a very new, but it has a very, very strong potential of being something very strong. But it is the beginning of a new journey. And this journey, I feel like, is leading into a very strong union. It's simply authentic. I not to add my 2 cents in the whole thing, but it makes me feel. It reminds me of my grandparents. Very simple people. They work hard, and they love each other. Very affectionate toward each other. I remember many times my grandfather walking in from work, and he worked all day. And the first thing he did is went over to my grandmother, got him behind her, gave her a hug, and then it turned out them dancing in the kitchen and no music at all. We always had meals at their house on Sundays. That was a very real moment. I mean, a lot of people don't do that anymore, but my grandparents were very particular about everybody showing up on Sunday for dinner. And my grandmother was always the one that always wanted to feed you. When you walked in the door, if you looked like you hadn't eaten in a while, she's going to make you eat. And they were just very real, and they loved each other till the day they died. My grandfather died before my grandmother, but my grandmother never thought of anybody else. Never even thought about moving on, because she had the love of her life. And she, like she always said, she never took off her wedding ring. That was her person. And she had a great life with him. But that's just my 2 cents. That's what this connection makes me feel like. They were very passionate people. I mean, they had 18 kids. A very, very big family. So, there was no absence of passion between them. Let's say that. But back to the read. With this person, they're very giving. They will show up for you. Like I said, they will put in the work, and they'll be there for you. There's a lot of balance in this connection. A lot of, like I said, a lot of passion, a lot of fiery energy. This person, it feels, with this person, it feels like, even though you have that balance between, passion and that mental connection and love, this person, even though they have you, they're still always going to try to get you. They're always chasing you. They don't just give up because you're one moment you decide that, yeah, okay, let's, we're going to work together. We're going to be a couple. That isn't a win for them. Their win is making you happy every day from now until whenever. I see a very strong power couple. I see 2 people on the same page. I see a new stability. Like I said, there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of simple pleasures, but it's simply authentic. You know, a lot of emotional fulfillment. That Nine of Cups. Just wanting to make each other happy. You know, like I said, work hard, play even harder. That's what I feel like this read is all about. You know, you work hard and you get to play hard. You know, and even this is the type of connection where, like I said, I see that very strong union. We see that family card, you know, but even though it doesn't get boring, it may not always be quick, but it's never going to get boring. You know, I feel that energy of this person always thinking about you, even, you know, 30, 40 years down the road. This is the type of person that will still always think about you. You won't have to ask them, you know, if they still love you, or you won't have to, you know, be left in the dark on how they feel, because I feel like they'll always have you on their mind. You know, a lot of loyalty here. This person is looking for their one and only. And now that they've found it, they're not going to let that go. You know, like I said, with that power couple, now with this read, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I don't know why it just reminded me of that, though. It just reminded me of my grandparents. It was a good memory, though. I mean, it's love like that is something that you remember forever, you know? It's a memory I'll always cherish. And it always made me happy because it showed me that true love does exist. A lot of people try to tell you the opposite. A lot of people try to tell you that, you know, you just take what you're given and work with it. And like my grandparents it wasn't always rainbows and sunshine, but they're always there for each other. My grandfather, you know, I like to tell stories, so I hope you enjoy this. If you don't, you can stop it. But I remember my grandmother being pissed off at my grandfather. You know, he used to like to drink and sometimes maybe drank too much, and she was not a drinker. She didn't enjoy that. So there'd be times that he would piss her off. But, you know, I remember one specific time my grandmother was really pissed off at my grandfather. He went out drinking with his buddies, and she always waited for him. She'd always wait for him to make sure he got home safe. And one night she fell asleep on her chair and waiting for him to get home. And when he got home, I remember he carried her over to the couch and he put a blanket on her, even though he knew she was going to be pissed off if she woke up. But he still loved her. You know, he's even though he didn't think that he thought that he worked his ass off and that he deserved to blow a little steam off once in a while and go drinking. And even though he knew that she was waiting up, because usually she'd wait up for him when he was drinking, and she'd be waiting to bitch him out when he got home. But, you know, he loved her. Even when they were mad at each other, they loved each other. Like, she was mad at him for being out with his buddies all night, but she still waited up for him to make sure he got home safe. And that's love. And that's my story. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.